Hey, what's up? I am Michelle B, and in this video we are going through a goal setting exercise. So I'll be going through it and I'll be walking you through it as well to plan your goals for 2019 in the right way. This is part of my 7-day Reset Your Life challenge, where I'm focusing on one thing every single day to work on to reset my life for the new year, and I am walking you through it step by step so that you guys can do the same. This is a mini life reset to encourage you to do what I always preach: get intentional. Get intentional about how you're going to spend 2019 and what you're going to do with your time. So we're going to start this video by choosing a guiding word. The last time that I chose a guiding word for my year was in, I don't know the year, but it was when I did the KonMari series. I think that my word was either minimalism or it was simplify, and that was definitely the most life transforming year that I've had so far. Like, it genuinely changed my life. So to come up with your guiding word, what you really want to dwell on is how do you want to feel in 2019. So brainstorming on how you feel is a really good way to give you clarity around what you should be concentrating on in 2019. For me, I brainstormed, but I kind of feel like the universe has just been screaming a word at me for the last few weeks and being like, this is what you need to be focusing on. So the word that like the universe / my subconscious has been screaming at me is freedom. Freedom to work the hours that I want, freedom to feel like I can go and hang out with my friends, freedom to have time off, freedom to have a day off a week. A lot of the words that I wrote down are kind of variations of freedom, or they are words that resonate with me that will allow me to achieve freedom. What you'll probably find when you're brainstorming is that a lot of the words are related to kind of the same thing or say the same thing. The patterns are really what you want to look for in all of your brainstorming to find your final word for 2019. So the next thing that you want to do is choose your supporting words for your main word. I think that supporting words are a really helpful way to give you further guidance towards what your goals should be for the new year and what you should be doing with yourself in the new year. They're a little bit more specific and they can give you a little bit more direction. They don't have to be super inspiring and exciting words, but as long as they give you a little bit of clarity of mind, that's really what you're after. My supporting words are so boring. Like, I picked the most clinical supporting words that you could think of, but they're all words that are going to help me to focus on what actually is going to matter, to help me to achieve freedom. So systems, focus, batching, and products. I know. I don't know if my supporting words will kind of change as time goes by. Maybe these supporting words will just be for my first quarter, we'll see. So the next thing that you want to do is to put yourself a year into the future. So maybe you're sitting right where you are now and a year has passed. Start journaling from the perspective of future you. Mentally, how do you feel a year from now? Physically and health-wise, how do you feel? Financially, how do you feel? Relationally and career-wise, how are you feeling? How are you going? I think it depends where you're at, how far you want to think of in the future. I know a few years ago, there's not a chance that I could have thought 5 years in the future and been like, yes, I have clarity and purpose and direction around where I want to go. Whereas now I feel a little bit more sure. So you can create a vision for 1, 3, 5 years, whatever you feel the most comfortable with. I have my 5-year vision, but I also wanted to do this for 1 year as well. So writing up a little sort of vision, a little story of how you want your life to look like in a year's time is a really good way to give you clarity around what you really want, especially if you keep that focus word in mind as you're writing it. So in my little vision in a year's time, I've written that mentally I'm feeling super confident. I'm feeling really confident in my ability to provide value and to have relationships and to communicate with other people. Financially, I feel at peace. I feel like everything is in its place. I'm earning enough so that I feel free. I have a really strong sense of clarity and sense of direction when it comes to Michelle B and channel notes. There's just a few of the things that I've written down in my little vision for a year's time. I think just writing it down is helping you to envision that outcome and have more outcome focused thinking so that your subconscious, as woo-woo as it sounds, can start sort of working on those things in the background. You don't realize how much your subconscious can do. I know this is the most like law of attraction-y thing I've ever said. I'm not really about the law of attraction, but I do think that your mind is always working in the background to do things for you. So the next step is actually setting your goals. So you've done a lot of vision planning, a lot of thinking about where you want to be a year from now, what feelings you want to cultivate. This is about putting pen to paper and deciding what you're actually going to work on in 2019. And you want your goals to be things that are going to support you in your journey to feeling the way that you want to feel in 2019. So a question that you might want to ask yourself to clarify what goals you want to set is, what's the one thing such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary? So for me, I've actually set 12-week goals as opposed to 1-year goals. I like working on shorter term goals because they keep me more motivated, whereas 1 year feels so far in the future, I'm just like, I can't. So you want to get a piece of paper, section it up into 3, and you want to look at what you want to achieve, why you want to achieve it, and how you want to achieve it. So your what goals are what you want to achieve. The second thing that you want to write down is your why. So why do you want to achieve these goals? It's really important to have a clarified why. You really shouldn't be doing anything without a why. That's like a key to intentional living and intentional goal setting. The last thing that you want to write is your how, or your how goals are the behaviors that are going to help you to achieve your what goals. So for example, if your what goal was, I want to get abs, your how goal would be go to Pilates 5 times a week. I don't know what it takes to get abs, but you get what I'm saying. So one is your end goal, it's exciting, it's where you want to get to. The other is the behavior that's actually going to get you there. So the system, such that by doing it, you're actually going to achieve that end result. So one of my quite ambitious goals is get 3 months ahead with video content. That's what I want to achieve. So a system that I need to put in place is batch planning videos, batch filming those videos, batch scheduling them every single week. More often than not, these are going to be weekly behaviors, so things that you're doing consistently on a weekly basis to achieve your what goals. You might also have other things that need to occur on specific weeks. A lot of the time you'll have like a week 1 how goal, which might be like look into this or sign up to that gym. Having something visual to remind you of your goals can be really, really helpful. So if you can put something up on your wall, it can even be like right beside your computer, wherever you are frequently so that you can't ignore it. That'll be really helpful to help you move towards your goals in 2019. The next thing that you want to do is actually set a little weekly meeting with yourself or with an accountability partner. So someone who's doing this with you is awesome, but you can certainly keep yourself accountable as well. Basically, in this time, all you want to do is look at your goals for the week, so your weekly plan, see how many you've ticked off, what you've done, and then evaluate how can I do better next week. So put that little review session in your calendar every single week so that you reliably are looking at your goals. Let me know if you guys would like me to do like a 3-month goal update. So after this round is over, I can be like, okay, this is how I went and this is what I changed for next time. If you liked this video and you're wanting some inspiration for what your goals will be for 2019, I have made a bunch of videos about this as well as a bunch of other YouTubers. If you're watching this video and you still feel like you need some inspiration for your goals for 2019, I made a whole bunch of videos with New Year's resolution ideas that I think that you guys are going to really like. They're all around specific topics, so they're not just general and vague. I'll have a link to that playlist down below so that you can check it out and get some inspiration. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you soon.